New York houses some of the greatest and most diverse museums in the country. Adding to that lineup are two amazing exhibitions, from the world's most famous ship to our oldest relative.
Discovery Times Square Exposition is a large-scale exhibition hall in the former home of the New York Times here in Times Square. And what it brings to New York is a major exhibition hall where we have not had one in the past.
Upon entering the exhibit, visitors are given an actual boarding ticket to see if they hold the pass of a survivor.
You see where they slept, you see things like this, the beautiful grand staircase. So you get a true sense of what it would have been like, and you really get to meet the people through the artifacts that are actual artifacts from the bottom of the ocean.
One of the major attractions in this exhibit is a model of the iceberg that caused the fatal damage of this splendid vessel.
It works just like an old 50s icebox would. It gets cold enough on the outside to solidify the condensation in the air around it. Requires very little maintenance from us. It's one of the great things about it. We don't have to freeze it. We don't have to maintain it whatsoever. It does its own thing. At night, it resolidifies and ready for the next day for the patrons.
I also think it's quite interesting because of this ice thing, and I haven't been around it all yet, but it's really good so far.
I thought it was really nice even seeing the staircase and the way they laid it out for you and showed you what it was like to be in first class, and that was very good.
Here at the exhibition in Times Square, you can find actual recreation of the Titanic, circa 1912, but that's not all they have. There's a whole lot more. While the Titanic gives a glimpse into recent history, the Lucy exhibit explores an ancient civilization discovered in Ethiopia.
It's really one of the most amazing countries in the world because it has been at the crossroads of our cultures for centuries. So everything from the first humans to walk out of Africa to the tanks of World War II to Haile Selassie. And of course at the center of it all is our very oldest relative, Lucy.
I loved looking at all the artifacts from Lucy and learning about about humans and how they first developed and looking at all their remains.
This exhibit fascinates us with the treasures of Ethiopia, and the discovery of Lucy links us to our historical origins.
I think to learn more about the different types of ways that we evolved, and that it wasn't just a straight line, that there are so many different elements of who we became. I think this is fabulous. I hope that many people come down and they visit and they see all that science has to offer.
So travel back in time for 100 or millions of years at the Discovery Times Square. And don't forget your MetroCards to redeem your discounts as these exhibits run through the month of October. For Transit News, I'm Nita Awad.